Good morning, everyone. This is a journal walkthrough of a journal that I've made for a special friend that I thought I'd share with you. The cover was hand stitched and embroidered. And it has this trim as well as lace. It has a multiple ribbon tie, and it has this applique attached to it. Different embroideries and stitches and the trim. So let's go through it and see what's in it. When you craft things with love, it's amazing how much time and effort you put into them, but when it's with love, it's worth it. So here is a special journal that I've made that I'm sharing with you. So we have the lace. Inside we have a pink fabric. This is scrapbook paper with a fussy cut in the corner. This is a coffee dyed edge of a sketchbook paper. This is a double pocket with some trims. This journal card is from a package of cards. And this is actually a sticker that could be put somewhere if the owner of the journal would like to, or it can go in the pocket here, and it can be journaled on the back. Here's a card, and I didn't know before, but it matches that little butterfly very well. Friends are the flowers in life's garden. Lots of journaling space. This has a corner pocket with some little glitzy added and other collage and kind of a faux tab at the top. In the pocket, we have a scrapbook paper. Looks like a sweater. We have a scrapbook paper that looks like this. I see I need to cover the back. I need to remember that. And that's one thing of going through a journal the last time. You find all the things that may still need to be done. So maybe I'll even like poke this up here so I can remember. I will offer to you the sacrifice of thanksgiving and will call upon the name of the Lord. Psalm 116:17. And this is a little journal card I've collaged and put together. Even has a mini Bible page. This pocket here also flips over to this side and has a verse with it. And it has this tablet jar and this piece of I believe it was scrapbook paper that you cut the things you cut off to make journal cards and such, and so it's designed on both sides, but you have room to write. Added that little thing there. This looks like it's a pocket, but it's actually a tuck also under here and a tuck under this just to hold it in place. So this whole thing comes off and you have all this room. You can write prayer or whatever you'd like to journal. This stamp is also a tuck for this envelope, which is a faux envelope. It actually opens up like this and you can write in there. When it's poked into the pocket and the envelope flap comes out, it's held in place by the stamp. Here's another one of these jars. And then this is a page from a book that had these flowers that I've covered with some coffee dyed things to cover up the upside down writing that was there, and I've backed it with coffee dyed paper. So it goes into this tuck here and also under this tuck. When I make a journal and I do a walkthrough, I give that information to the person that ends up owning the journal so they can go back through this and know more things about their journal. This pocket has a collaged focal collage cluster, forgetting the word. This is a collaged tag that has writing paper. It was collaged on both sides, so I've added some coffee dyed writing paper. It has this piece from a sticker thing, and I've inserted this piece of scrapbook paper, which is also a double journal card. And this one here has goodness and a strawberry, and it can be written on as well. This is a page I made with, I think, food coloring dye, and had the doily things in there, which gave it the design. It was red on this side, and it's actually pink on this side. That's one of the ones that I've made. And here's a doily that I've added some rose stickers. And on this side, I've added a fussy cut of some flowers, as well as a envelope with a little cluster here. And inside the envelope, there's a little tablet of coffee dyed paper for a lot more journaling space, and it's a hidden one so that somebody casually thumbing through your journal cannot read all of your stuff. I also have dyed this paper. And here's a little clustered pocket. This, I think, was made from an envelope. Here is a card, but I've added from napkin these four corners and made a little collage with another puppy very similar inside, and put a little piece of napkin there as well as some paper on that. But you have lots of room to write. You can even write on the back, and you could write on these pages if you wanted to. This is made from part of a little small gift bag which came with this ribbon on it. This is wallpaper that has paper added for writing. And this is a postcard that I got that you could, some were already colored and some you could color yourself, and this is one that is colored. Maybe it said where it was. I don't know that it does. This is another one of my dyed papers. This is a digital here. And I have stenciled on the back of this paper that was mostly white, but light enough that you could also still write on that. This is the front of an envelope, and it is collaged partly with the sticker remains from around stickers. It had all these little flowers on it. Thought that I would save it. This is a piece of my painted paper and a fussy cut bird. On this side, another little fussy cut image. Inside, I have some digital paper and some coffee dyed paper covering over these cardstock shapes that I had from another project. We have this double pocket here, this front of the pocket. We have a little bird, I believe is from a gift bag, maybe the tag or such, but you can also journal on that. This is an envelope that was supposed to have a window cut out, and instead I inserted some things. This is from a book. This is my digital, and this is a fussy cut. And you can see both sides. And you could journal some things on there if you wanted. This I've added a digital of stamps with some paper, some coffee dyed paper. So it makes a tab at the top of this envelope. And in this pocket, we have this scrapbook paper, and inside, lots of room to write. And then we have this, I think it's made to be on a bulletin board, and I've put it on in such a way that it's a pocket with this dyed piece of paper for journaling. And you can, person who gets this journal can, so here's a pocket here, can change any of these things. Take them out, put something else in, add something. That's the thing about journals, you can personalize. Sometimes you have to shimmy something back in. So this front pocket things holds that flap down, and this little bird just is sitting here in the front. And then this is, it's got some, I think some washi tape on there, it says meow. This is one of my digitals here. I've stenciled onto this one to give it a little something of interest. This is another one of my coffee dyed papers. Here's a pocket with some stickers on it. This is a magazine or catalog image, and I've just backed it with some paper to make a writing image, and I have a bouquet of flowers with a sticker. Sorry, I have glue on my hands and it's bugging me. And this was scrapbook paper, and I stenciled a little bit on the back. I stuck to basically 3 kinds of stencils, so there was some uniformity in the book. This page is kind of an activity page, and this I used little bits of leftover paper to make a border, and then I have something similar coordinating that's a double pocket. There's actually another pocket here that somebody can add additional things. And here I've just included this Breathe Easy tea bag thing, which is also a pocket that something can be added. And then just this bloom of flowers. But you also have this pocket you can put something in. It's nice to leave a little room for additional things. And this is some of my digital and a sticker and some bling to add to that. And so again, here's some stenciled papers, just white and coffee dyed. And here's a pocket from an envelope that I've used bingo stamps probably, or some other kind of round stamp thing to make on here when I was painting it. This is some packaging, I believe, and then I've put on some digital images, and you have all of this room in here to write. Plus you can always write on the pages as well. This is from a kind of an activity page. I have collaged sunflower pieces from napkins on here. This one I've collaged kind of some stencils. It's like my stencil collages, where I've used, you know, one kind of stencil and then another kind of stencil, and keeping it light enough that you can still write on it. And another dyed paper. This is scrapbook paper, and I've just put a border, which I believe is a cup of coffee. And it's not a tuck or anything, it's just a border, but you can write on these. And you can also glue more things on, stick them on, whatever you'd like. Now this page is the center of the book, and I've just tied the signature sewing threads into a bow. This has double pockets on both sides. I've inserted on each side some paper that you can write on, just with pink dots. I folded it in half and then rounded all the corners. So that's plenty of journaling room. Plus you can journal on this page as well. In this pocket, there's a little die cut and a little piece of scrapbook paper. In this pocket, another one of these little daisy things. It's made to be like a ticket. You could punch out the ends if you want to, or just use it to write on. And this is a recycled scrap of picture that I have punched the edge to make it decorative, and you can still write on the back of it as well. Now when you turn to this side, we have this page. This is scrapbook paper, and this is from a calendar. And to open this page, you untuck the corner of the cat picture and you fold it open, and then you have the calendar, which was hinged onto this paper, and you have a sticker and a little bit of fabric, and underneath is a special note that the owner of this journal can find. This is some more of my dyed paper. Here's a card. It's turned sideways so we can open it up. You can journal all inside of here. And this is some more of that paper that's put through here like a belly band. And this is how it looks when you take it out of the book. This is how it was bound, and so these are the pages, and I made it a full double spread, folded and then rounded the corners. And like a lot of these, you kind of have to shimmy a little bit to get it through this belly band that I've made out of the card. Here's the back of that activity page. We have a cluster collage here with a actual stamp, a sticker, and some napkin, I believe, covered on some cardstock. This is a spool of ribbon piece, which I've done a collage of some stickers and a little fussy cut, and I've put a scalloped bead edge cardstock on the back to make it heavier, and a little piece of paper to make it easier to write. Now you can write on the cardboard as well. And I left this part on so you can see where it came from. I think it's kind of cute. And this is, you know, these circles, and these are circles on my dyed paper, which is also a stencil I did on it. Here's a pocket with a collage of some painted paper of mine and a butterfly sticker. And this is stenciled underneath. This is a coloring page from a kid's coloring. And inside it's a children's menu, but you could also write on that as well. This is a special page for the owner of the journal. And this actually has a pocket in here and a pocket behind, so there's more room to stick additional things in there. This page, besides the stencils, has a collage down here of some various little coffee dyed type things. This is some scrapbook paper backed with some dyed paper. More things, like I said, could be added in the personalization. This is a tag I've made out of a packaging material covered with scrapbook paper and coffee dyed paper. And then this is a little piece of packaging as well that's white on the back, and I've added this scrapbook paper and rounded the corners. Here's the other side of this page that had this edge on it with the little scraps of orange and scrapbook paper and activity page. This is the scraps from this thing that I've made, and it folds out into thirds, so there's lots of writing room. And this is a little mini collage with a coffee pot. This is a folded paper that makes a tuck. We have a faux library card with some roses. And we have another one of these little sticker things you can put in. And then back here I've added this paper with a little sticker added. And some more up here. On this side we have scrapbook paper. We have a faux Polaroid. We have cut out from some scrapbook paper. This is some packaging again with some scrapbook paper. This folded pocket has 2 pockets here and one behind and one in this way. So we have this, we have 1, we have 2, and then up here at 3, we have another little scrapbook paper and a old photo scrap that I have punched the top. So this has a whole bunch of little goodies. And at the top we have a tag that's made out of coffee dyed paper. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on this page. Sorry, we're shimmering out of space putting that in there. Here's a coffee dyed paper. The goal of a journal, I believe, is to have lots of writing space. This is sort of a library style pocket where you have the front, which I've collaged some napkin and music paper and some additional on that part of it. This is a digital of mine here, which is a double writing space. And then this is some scrapbook paper. And I didn't put any additional things because I think you can write on this, but if you want it to be lighter, you can put a lighter paper on it as well. And you can add some kind of focal image if you want. This is part of a die cut, and this is a stencil. My digital paper. This is the back of a painted paper, and it has this flip up area that you can write as well as on this. On this side, it's a belly band. We have this scrapbook paper that's been backed for a big journal card. And we have some more of this pink dot paper from that tablet. So there's lots of journaling room on this page. We have this one lightly stenciled. This is the back of a digital. Sorry, this is moving around. This page has this one folded over from the other side, creating an up tuck. And this is a digital down below that's partly hidden, which is a sailboat. And we have a sailboat on this card, which was made on a playing card, part from a children's activity page. And then I've added some other additional things on it and backed it with some coffee dyed paper. This is from a tablet, cup of coffee or tea. And these up tuck into this pocket, which partially hides whatever you want to write on there. And this up tucks in here too, and I've put it up that far. Sorry for the sound of the pipes. Which partially hides the sailboat down below. And then this is also on the boating page, C's, need some more vitamin C. And this flips up for a lot of journaling space. And then I have kind of some magazine pages and some different little cutouts from a scrapbook paper. And in each of these, which I've made into pockets, each of them, which I'm not going to pull them all out, but they have little mini coffee dyed tabs. that go in there that you can journal on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one also has a cute little die cut anchor. This is another die cut on this dyed piece of paper. This is one of my favorite dyed ones. And this is the back then of that pink doily. And here's the red doily. Now this is an activity page that I had, and it's on a vellum material. So you could write under here if you wanted to. And this vellum material, sorry, I forgot to fold this back down there, can be easily colored with colored pencils and possibly markers if you wanted to do that. Here's another page that has lots of writing space with the lines here. In this pocket, we have a recipe for walnut shortbread. It's got some of my digital paper to make a corner with some of this brown paper on it, and I did it in such a way that you can still read the recipe if you'd like, but you can also journal. Another one of these jar notebook papers, this one in pink. Then it has another pocket which is not very deep, and I've made a little double journal card out of my digital paper. Then we have some clusters here with some stickers. So we had a pocket, and now we have a fold out with space to write. So we can put all these back in, and of course you have all the writing lines up above. And on this side of the page, we have another dyed page, and this is a cardstock pocket with a couple pieces fussy cut from scrapbook paper and a stamped image. And this is 3 different kind of tags. This is actually a sleeve from coffee. This is from a book on fabric and embroidery. And this is made out of mamagami, and it has some writing paper added to the back. And so you can feel this if you have feel-o-vision, or you get to have this journal. It's soft and fluffy and kind of smooth. It's I have a video, I think, that shows how to make it. Here is a pocket with some wrapping paper. It was a very different kind of paper. And this is a collaged card with a scripture added, stickers, part of an activity, magazine, sticker, stamped, and then inside is totally blank for writing, and the back is blank for writing. And this is the the dyed paper I made. On this side, we have a double pocket, which is made partly out of some nameplates for kids' desks. And you can see they look somewhat like this. Well, to go this way. So you could write your name between this part. I've cut this one off and made a little tag. We have a little coupon. We have some other pieces of the wrapping paper, and we have a little tea topper. These are scrapbook paper with a sticker, and just added these in for some little interesting finds, which you can also write on. Oh, this opens up so you can write inside. Like a little double journal card, and then we have a pocket in the back, and a sticker. Oh no, it's a fussy cut up there. This card is made from some of my painted paper and a catalog picture, I believe. Oops. Inside is part of an activity page I left that you can still look at it. They're like little wordies or riddles. And then this is magazine, color page, little tab, and inside of it is various papers, little tablets, so there's lots of room to write. And I've added some more of this pink dotted paper. So these go in this pocket. And scrapbook paper, and that ends the journal, and I will sign my name to it, and I will go back and cover this back of that so it's available to write on. So here's this journal, which is soon going to the person it was made for. I hope you enjoyed this flip through of this completed journal that I've made. Take care. See you in the next one.